Ever since Caedrel decided to leave professional play and head into the freelance casting slash content creating world, he has been very, very, very influential on the competitive League of Legends scene, and that might even be an understatement. This guy has put up massive numbers on YouTube, massive numbers on Twitter, massive numbers on Twitch, and that's not even factoring in that he's been a part of the LEC broadcast. He actually, I believe, won Analyst of the Year for all of esports. I mean, this guy is so popular. It seems like everyone loves him. Seems like no one dislikes him. He's very analytical, but he's also interesting. He makes good content. He, has the charisma. He just one of the just surefire stars in the content creation and casting world. He has just had an absolutely meteoric rise. Really nothing has gone bad for this guy in any way. But it seems like he may have had his first hiccup in this world, and that's what we're going to be talking about in this video today. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. And subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. We're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers. We're running out of days in the year. We got like 20 days left or something like that. 21 days left. So we need your help to get there soon. But that would be awesome. With that being said, let's get right into this. So obviously, Caedrel had an interesting offseason. There were rumors, and not even rumors, pretty much stuff that's been confirmed by Caedrel and by some very, very reliable sources, that Caedrel was considering leaving casting and content creation to become a head coach, a la what LS did this offseason. You know, LS, very, very big content creator, freelance caster, sometimes shows up on the analyst desk or broadcast here and there, randomly all over the place, sometimes the LEC, sometimes the LCK, whatever. But LS jumped ship. He headed over to the LCS. He headed over to Cloud9. He has a very good roster. Cloud9 gave him an awesome offer, and there he is. Caedrel was considering doing something of the same, and we know he was in talks with many teams. I believe many different LEC and LCS teams, but it seems like the offer he was the closest to accepting is the offer to become the head coach of Vitality, and not just, any LEC team. This new look Vitality lineup that has Alfari, Selfmade, Perks, Carzzy, and Lebrov. It is a bona fide super team, and for that to be your first head coaching position would be an awesome, awesome opportunity. That was kind of leaked during the offseason show that Caedrel was co-streaming or whatever, led to some really, really funny reactions. But afterwards, a couple days later, we got this tweet where Caedrel said, "I will be staying as a caster. Heart. A lot of reasons why, but mainly I haven't experienced casting to its fullest. I mean, I've never even cast in front of a crowd yet. I don't want to jump ship after only 1 year. I want to fully commit to coaching when I decide to. Can't wait for next year." And if that's what he wants to do, that's great. I thought the Vitality team might just be too good of a team to pass up. I thought with as meteoric of a rise as he had in content creation and casting and everything, I think that's going to be there for him no matter what. I think he can always come back to this. I think he's going to be a popular caster and content creator no matter what, especially just because League of Legends esports is devoid of a lot of talented content creators, casters, analysts, all that stuff. So I didn't think there was really anywhere for him to go, but again, it's his life at the end of the day. If that's what's going to make him happy, great. But I think when he does finally decide to go to coaching or whatever, there's probably not going to be a lineup as good as Vitality, offering him a head coaching spot, let alone his first ever head coaching spot. So I was a little bit questionable of his decision, but again, I would never blame anybody for, choosing what makes them happy or whatever. But that leads us up to the point today of getting this new news. Caedrel tweeted out, and this tweet's been, going crazy. It has like 8,000 likes right now. It seems like it got a response from everyone. People are already blaming Selfmade. Some people are blaming Upset, I guess. But Caedrel tweeted out, "Well, this didn't age well." And what does this mean? We still don't know. I do assume he's going to explain what happened very, very soon on his Twitch stream or in a YouTube video or in a tweet or something. So I'm trying to get this video out as soon as I can, because I don't know how long this is going to be relevant for, all the speculating about it. But I think there is a couple of different possibilities. Obviously, the place that people are going first is that it sounds like things did not go well between him and Riot or the LEC or however exactly the negotiations work for him being an analyst for them next year. He is not a Riot employee. He is a freelance caster, as it says in his bio here. Freelance caster, ex-pro league player, esports analyst of the year 2021. And I don't know how often they renew their contracts or how a contract works as a freelance caster. I don't know if they do it on a yearly basis, a split-by-split basis, if they give multi-year contracts to freelance casters. I can't imagine. But it seems like, again, whatever negotiation they had going on didn't go well. And it doesn't seem like because Caedrel wasn't interested in casting. From this tweet, it says he was very interested in casting. He wants to do everything there is in casting. He wants to cast in front of a live audience. He wants to continue to grow and do everything there is to do here. So what happened? Did Riot just tell him, hey, we don't want you for the LEC next year. Sorry, buddy. Your contract's up. We're not bringing you back. I think that's very, very unlikely. Again, he's Analyst of the Year. People love him. Some people tune in the LEC just for him. Some people, would maybe follow him to a different broadcast or whatever. But overall, he made the product better. He added value. So it doesn't just seem like Riot wouldn't be interested. Where my mind does kind of go is, did Caedrel try to ask for too much money? Did he want to get a raise? Did he want to get paid what he thinks or knows that he's worth? And maybe Riot has a certain price in mind, and they didn't want to budge. Now, I think that is absolutely possible, and I think Monte Cristo had a really interesting point about this whole situation. I don't know if he was directly talking about Caedrel with his tweet, but I assume that he was because, Caedrel's tweet was like 6 or 7 hours ago, and then Monte Cristo's tweet was like 5 hours ago. So it seems like, what he was talking about here. He said, LOL casters are in a bind. Riot isn't going to give them co-streaming rights because it will encourage them to leave the main broadcast. Obviously, guys like Double have talked about this before, how co-streaming is way easier than being on the broadcast. You can do it from the comfort of your home. You can wear whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. You don't have to go to like pre-show meetings. You don't have to like do all the preparation and stuff. You just sit down, go live, and get a ton of viewers and make a ton of money. And in some cases, and in a lot of cases, and maybe in Caedrel's case, you could even make more money co-streaming than you could from, getting paid by Riot. And then also at the same time, you're growing your own brand. You're not only are you getting money directly from that broadcast, but you're getting new subs, maybe new followers on Twitch, maybe new subscribers on YouTube that you can use to make even more money later on down the line. And if you're at the broadcast, you're not live. It takes more time. You make less money. In all ways, it's just kind of bad. But again, obviously there's a reason why, especially a guy like Caedrel who has his own very, very loyal following might want to, get into co-streaming a little bit. But again, Monte Cristo was talking about how Riot is disincentivized to do that. At the same time, they're locked into rates because of Riot's LOL broadcast monopoly, so they can't really negotiate. That's another very, very big thing. Maybe Caedrel, is trying to negotiate. Is trying to be like, hey, Riot, I'm Analyst of the Year. What's up? Yeah, I'm here for my raise. How much are you paying me next year? Also, hey, I see these co-streamers that are making all these millions of dollars, and I'm just as popular as them. People like watching me as much as they like watching them. So now I'm looking for my double raise. I'm also not a first-year caster anymore. I'm a second-year analyst. So much is going in his favor. He could have definitely came to the negotiating table asking for more and not gotten it. And as Monte Cristo says, he says he's imagined it's quite frustrating to watch co-streamers make literal millions of dollars while you can't have that opportunity. And he definitely might feel like he's getting the short end of the stick there. But for whatever reason, it does seem like we are not going to see Caedrel back in the LEC in 2022, which is crazy. So what is next for him, if that is the case? Now, there's other options like maybe he did something, said something, maybe he got fired. I don't really expect that. Or maybe he's trolling, which I don't really expect that either, but I have heard some people say that. Or maybe he changed his mind and decided he wants to get into coaching. And that would make a little bit of sense, but then I don't know why he would tweet like, the happy face that's crying. So I really don't think it's that. My guess is that something went wrong at the negotiating table because I think Riot was interested. I think he was interested, but it seems like they just couldn't meet in the middle. It seems like they couldn't get to that fair price. Also, Team Vitality, the team that was offering him, what's he going to do next? Is he going to try and get back into coaching? Vitality just announced that, they have their coach. They have Mephisto for their head coach for the next season. So maybe they would change up their plans. Maybe they would still offer to Caedrel, but Caedrel now lost a lot of leverage. Whatever kind of crazy money, salary deal, whatever that Vitality was offering before, that's probably not there anymore. Vitality knows that, he doesn't have a casting job to go back to. Obviously, Caedrel does have his content creation. He can just do Twitch and YouTube and all this stuff. But again, I don't know. I don't think he's going to be allowed to do co-streaming. I don't think that's how it works. But he can still make a lot of money. He can still be comfortable. But he passed up coaching to be an analyst, to get the full experience of casting, to do all these things. And now, he's not going to have coaching opportunities and maybe not going to have those analyst opportunities. So all of a sudden, it's really, really crazy. But there's still so many unanswered questions in the story. Yeah, I don't know. It does seem like we are not going to see Caedrel in the LEC in 2022. I hope we get answers. I hope he talks about it. I hope somebody from Riot talks about it. Hopefully we get the full story. But like I said, people are coming out, in full support of him. Stay strong, Caedrel. Self-made, saying that, hey, we can still pick you up. Talking about Vitality, getting him as a coach. And then, yeah, people blaming it on self-made. People saying it's bait. People saying what? People saying, it would be a huge loss for the LEC. He's going to Team McDonald's. All these different things. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how this story plays out, or what even happened. What went wrong? It seemed like the relationship was so good between Caedrel and the LEC, and it has soured very, very quickly. At least it seems. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Tell me, drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. What do you think Caedrel should do next? Do you think he's going to end up still being an analyst? Do you think he should coach? Do you think he should stream, make content? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, save today, and all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.